Hello everybody, it is DTK Productions and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I have decided to delete the three-point line from the NBA. You might be wondering how I did that. Well, I went through and for every single NBA player, I've given them a 25 three-point shot, along with dropping all of their three-point tendencies down to 0 and getting rid of all of their shooting badges. So effectively, we shouldn't see many three-point shots taken at all. If they do decide to take them, they shouldn't be making them. And just looking at the players, there are a few people that obviously aren't getting too affected. Giannis, not known for his knockdown three ball, so he's still the best player in the NBA. LeBron, he's developed a three ball recently, but he's not like that. And then you see people like Luka, Tatum, Durant, and Curry all the way down at an 88. These guys are people that kind of heavily rely on the three-point shot for what they are, especially Stephen Curry. Not saying that he's not skilled in other places. I'm just saying, like, his number one thing, you get it. So what I want you guys to do before we get into the sim, I want you guys to let me know what team do you think is going to be affected the most. My team, my prediction is the Warriors. I think they're going to be pretty bad considering they're just a three-point heavy team, and if they can't make them and can't take them, then I just don't think they're going to be affected too well. And the team that I think is going to do the best is probably the Bucks, just because they've got Giannis. They've got the best player to not really shoot the three ball. I think that's just going to help them tremendously. Also, if you guys want to leave a prediction for who is going to win MVP, not being able to shoot a three-point shot. Now, I won't waste any more time, and I will see you guys at the All-Star team selection. So, we have made it to the All-Star team selection, and I am surprised to see a few people here. For example, Trae Young, kind of surprised to see him here. James Harden, surprised to see him be a starter. But the things I kind of did expect was to see people like Jimmy Butler and Zach LaVine to be very good, along with Giannis, who is the captain. But Jimmy Butler and Zach LaVine, I can understand why they made the jump to be an all-star starter. So now at the all-star team selection stop point, if we look at the three-point percentage for players in the NBA right now, all of them do not qualify. The most threes made this season is 13 with Damian Lillard on 103 attempts. And Luka Doncic has the most attempts with 115, but only making 5 of them. And in case you're wondering, that is 4% three-point percentage. But looking at the mid-season award races, 4% three-point percentage doesn't seem to be stopping Luka, still averaging 36, 10, and 12, despite not being able to shoot the three. Ja Morant is having a really good season, which makes sense. James Harden is having a really good season. I'm assuming he's probably getting fouled more because no three-point shot would have to mean more free throws. And I'm right, at the midseason break, he's already made 406 and attempted 450. You gotta remember, this is mid-season, and this is what, he had 470 this last season, the whole season. So he's definitely on pace to beat that by a hefty amount. But I will see you guys at the award selection at the end of the season. And we've made it to the award selections. Luka Doncic wins your MVP with no shooting shooting some threes for him. He shot 7.5% from three. He made 12 total threes this season and only shot 159. Paolo Banchero wins Rookie of the Year, shooting 0% from three. He actually shot 0 threes this whole entire season, so he actually followed what I was going for. Isaiah Jackson wins Sixth Man of the Year, also shooting 0 threes. Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year, shooting 0% from three. And Trey Jones wins Most Improved Player, shooting 0% from three. Your All-NBA first team goes as followed: Luka Doncic, Ja Morant, Giannis, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic. The second team, James Harden, Trae Young, LeBron, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid. All-NBA third team is Shea, LaMelo, Paul George, DeMar DeRozan, and Anthony Davis. And here is a look at the conference standings at the end of the season with no three-point shots. The Chicago Bulls are the best team in the East, followed by the Celtics, the Cavs, the 76ers, and the Bucks. I'm not super surprised. Actually, I am surprised that Atlanta made it this high. They were the 6th seed. I just didn't think with Trae Young leading them as an 85 overall, for example, with no three-point shot. I didn't expect them to finish so high. And the worst team in the East was the Washington Wizards, because the only thing their star could do was basically, his big thing was shooting, and you take that away from him, the Wizards are just even worse than before. And for the Western Conference standings, it goes like this. The Grizzlies at 1, Mavericks, Pelicans, Clippers, Lakers, Blazers, Kings, and Nuggets follow. The Kings get a play-in appearance, so hopefully I didn't jinx you yet. And the Golden State Warriors win 36-46. Definitely worse than what they would have done if three-point shooting was a thing. The Phoenix Suns fall completely out of playoff contention, down to the 12th seed. But the Utah Jazz, after losing Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, and then the ability to shoot the three ball, they fell apart at the end here. So let's simulate the play-in. The Warriors are out, the Raptors are out, the Nuggets are out, and the Heat are out. Some surprises, though, in the playoffs. The Thunder find a way to make it into the playoffs. So do the Sacramento Kings. They win in the play-in, both of those teams. The Knicks found a way into the playoffs again. And the Charlotte Hornets made it into the playoffs. So now let's get into the first round of the playoffs. We're going to sim this. The Atlanta Hawks are the first team in the playoffs to be eliminated, followed by the Charlotte Hornets, the New York Knicks, the Sacramento Kings, and my favorite to win the chip are the Milwaukee Bucks. They are out. They lose to the 76ers. The Lakers lose to the Clippers, and the Thunder lose to the Grizzlies. Oh, and the Trailblazers lose to the Pelicans. So now, simming round number 2, the Dallas Mavericks end up getting swept by the Pelicans. The Celtics get swept by the Cavaliers. The Clippers lose 4-1 to the Grizzlies. And the 76ers beat the Chicago Bulls. So now going into the conference championships for both sides, the Cleveland Cavaliers lose to the Philadelphia 76ers. They will be advancing to the finals, and the Grizzlies beat the Pelicans to go on to the finals. Ja Morant in the conference finals puts up 45-11 with 3 steals a game. But that leads us to the NBA Finals. The Grizzlies versus 76ers. Game number 1 goes to the Sixers. Game number 2 goes to the Grizzlies. Game number 3 goes to the Grizzlies. Game number 4 goes to the Grizzlies. And game number 5 goes to the 76ers. Game number 6 goes to the 76ers. So we get a game 7. So we're going through and simcasting this one in the second quarter. This one is a close game with 59-55 so far to the Grizzlies. So with 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in the game, game 7 of the NBA Finals, we're going to jump in so you guys get a little bit of game action in this video. So we jump in and Joel Embiid gets a quick layup to go. Now the Grizzlies passing the ball in. Ja Morant is in the far corner. I would expect them to try and get him the ball. He drives in a little floater layup and he gets it to go. Hopefully we don't see any three-point attempts, because this is a no-3 video, as Joel Embiid takes a contested midi that gets just a bad shot, rims out. Now, Ja Morant with the ball at the elbow, drives in a little step-back mid-range, misses. Matisse Thybulle with the rebound, dribbling down the court with 1 minute and 30 left. An ISO on the right wing, step back. Remember, no threes, they shouldn't be taking. Harden putting a couple moves on the defender. He stays back at the wing and he shoots a 3 anyway. Remember, they have 25 ratings, so even if they shoot it, it's not going to go in. So that was just a stupid idea by James Harden. But Ja Morant, he has the ball at the top of the key, taking a screen, drives in, easy dunk, and he puts it home to give his team the 1-point lead with 1 minute left. The 76ers ended up calling a timeout as they crossed half court. I didn't show you guys that, but James Harden takes it out of the backcourt, crosses half at that right wing position that he likes, trying to use a screen over to Joel Embiid, who's going to work on his defender in the paint if he can get there. Kind of just going back and forth. He's triple contested over to Melton for a midi, I believe. He misses anyway. Steven Adams with the rebound over to Ja Morant. Ja Morant gets fouled by James Harden. That was just a stupid foul. And now they are playing the foul game. Remember, there are no threes. So the foul game doesn't really work in this situation if they hit any of their free throws. They shouldn't be able to hit a three. So tying the game isn't really an option if they make both, which they do. 76ers are going to call a timeout. In my opinion, the 76ers should have just tried to go for a stop. But now they kind of have to foul if they get something to go. Harden down to Embiid in the paint. Steven Adams on him. He's got to make something happen. Embiid puts a little move. Goes up with a contested layup, though. And Steven Adams gets the rebound. And that should be it. If they make one, I think this game is definitely over. So Steven Adams at the free throw line. First one up, and first one is good. So I believe the Memphis Grizzlies are going to be your champion in this video. James Harden with 10 seconds on the clock. Over to Tobias Harris to Matisse Thybulle. Over to Tobias Harris, back to Harden from three. And he airballs. Oof. 0.5 seconds left on the clock. Harden just with a look of defeat on his face. 0.5 seconds. There's no way the Grizzlies lose this game. They just got to inbound it all the way down the court. And the Grizzlies are going to be your champion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really liked making it. Stuff like this, it's fun. And we also had a fun finish to this game. Game 7, everything on the line. And the 76ers just made kind of a dumb mistake. Anyways, leave a like on this video and subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know if you've got any ideas that you want me to do in the comments below, and I will definitely do them. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.